Okay, today, this is Lord of the Rings Online. I'm taking one of my characters and I'm going to have her do a side quest in the Shire. Even though this game does go by the story a lot, in the last few years they've expanded beyond the story. So, this character is a captain and she is a high elf. Now, she's not an elf like the other elves from Rivendell. This is a new character that came when they added Mordor. So, she's now a high elf instead of just an elf. I don't know how to explain the storyline of how the high elf came into being in this expansion that they had. Of course, there's been another expansion since then, which introduced a new type of dwarf. So, and I have one of those too. But for today, we're going to use my captain, Tillerith, and we're going to do a side quest called The Adventures of Bingo Boffin. And it's just a side quest that you can do, and you can gain household items to decorate your house, and you can also obtain companion pets. So here we go. We're going to start because she's already in the Shire. I already put her there. Now I am going to warn you that Lord of the Rings Online is a huge data hog. And I don't care how fast your internet speed might be, it's gonna lag. And of course, I have sucky internet out here in the boondocks, and it does lag. But even when I had 400 megabits per second, it still lags. So no matter how much your speed is, it lags because it's a data hog. But the graphics are absolutely fabulous. So here we go. We're going to enter Middle Earth. And that's going to take a while. I hate loading screens. But nonetheless, they're there. I'm also having my morning coffee while doing this. So, yeah, you'll hear me slurp every now and then. Now, a captain uses a, well, I don't know how you'd explain it, a companion, so to speak. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, we're in the Shire, so now we're going to mount up and go visit Bingo to start the quest. The Shire and Bree are the biggest data users, really huge. So sometimes you have to, oops, wrong way. Alright. And as you can see, Bingo Boffin has a rainbow.
A pleasant day to you, friend.
Okay, now this is the first quest that starts his adventure. So the first thing he wants you to do is to go access the food in Michael Delving Market. So we're going to accept the quest and we're going to go to the market and check out the food items because that's what he wants. Some of the things he wants is so ridiculous, but nonetheless, you know, I always found even questing in the Shire, if you were using a hobbit, was a real pain in the ass because some of their quests were so ridiculous and funny. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get to town like that. I should have rode my horse and went down the road, but I thought I'd be quicker this way. Obviously not. yeah, I should have just stayed with the road. No, no, no. I was going to do a shortcut. I guess I'll check out the taters. Alright. And I've never really, I don't know what this is. Just a crate of vegetables. Looks like a crate full of grass, if you ask me. Now here's a crate of apples. Okay, that'll work. Now, she's going over here to check out this pie. And Hugo is not going to be happy. Are you thinking of stealing my pie like a scoundrel? Yes, Hugo. You know, they changed the whistle. Standing Stone Games purchased this game after many, many years. And the first thing they did was change the whistle. And frankly, this whistle is ridiculous. But that was the first thing they changed.
Did any of the food capture your fancy?
Okay, now he wants us to travel to the library in the Great Smells in Tookborough and speak to the librarian there. And basically, I never could figure out what some of these, what the library had to do with it, but I don't remember what it said. Oh no, I just ran over a hobbit. Oh gosh. And it lags a lot when it's raining, and you can't really see it, but it's raining. You know, and it's always amazing when it snows and rains. The characters still never get wet. Amazing. And when they go swimming, they don't get wet. Go figure, huh? Actually, I think I need to mark the stable in Hobbiton anyway, so I think. I don't remember if she already did this or not. Oh, this character, by the way, is level 120. Of course, the max level is 130, but she's 120. I kind of put this game on hold in the background. I do that every once in a while because I get bored. Crap. Sorry about that. Drunk driving. No, actually I looked away and wasn't watching what I was doing. I can't remember if she's marked as stable or not. So no, she hadn't.
Hello there.
And I'm not going to go through the details of showing you Hobbiton yet. And the party tree, etc. Because basically what we're doing is we're following the side quest of the adventures of Bingo Boffin. Yeah, the lag's really something. And you know, it's a shame. I never could figure it out because Uh, when I was still living in an area, well, at first I had Cox cable, but then Cox sold out to someone else. I upped my internet speed to 400 megabits per second, and that's kind of lightning fast. I mean, well, it's past lightning fast. And the game still lagged, so I was going, what the hell? What is the deal with that lag?
Yes? Can I help you find something in particular?
But this game is 12 years old, and I've been playing it since... Actually, I'm one of the founders. They consider a founder is when you play the beta, and then when it goes live, you start on day one, and you're a founder. And I'm a founder in this game. And back then, Turbine offered lifetime memberships. For $199, you could purchase a lifetime membership, because this is it was paid monthly. You could purchase a lifetime and never pay another monthly fee. So when Turbine sold it to Standing Stone Games, Standing Stone honored that agreement with all of the lifetime VIPs, which I'm glad, because, you know, I still have to pay a monthly subscription in World of Warcraft. And I always enjoyed the fact that I didn't have to pay a monthly subscription. And then they honored that deal. So even though now it's owned by someone else, I still don't pay a monthly subscription. And then plus I think I get a few free points to buy things from the store. Yes, they have an online store that you can buy stuff for money. Well, actually, no. You use real money to buy the points. And then you use the points to buy stuff in the store. That's how that goes. Either way, you know, what am I doing? Okay, what I need to do is remove that one from the tracker for now. That way I only see the Bingo Boffin stuff. And actually, I'm going to go back. I'm kind of lazy and I want to take a drink of coffee, and since I have to use two hands to navigate the keyboard, I'm going to take the stable, and then that way I can sip my coffee while she's on her way back. A lot of traveling here and there, and oh, okay. I'm going to back up so that you can see her mount.
Hello there.
I want to go to Michael Delving, or Mickle Delving, or whatever they want to call it. I call it Michael Delving, but I think the hobbits here, I think they're pronouncing it Mickle or something similar to that. But I call it Michael Delving. Of course, and that's just my old southern way, too. Okay, you're gonna find... I hope you can't hear me slurp this coffee, but it's fixing to get cold if I don't do some sipping. Because it is, after all, my first cup of coffee. And I wanted to get an early start so the dogs wouldn't start barking. Because sooner or later, they're going to wake up and they're going to bark. But once you see a lot of the different areas, the graphics are fabulous. They've always been fabulous. And that's always been part of the problem, because in the beginning, Turbine wanted the graphics to be better than any other MMORPG. And to render that type of a visual effect, it's a data hog. No matter how you look at it, it's a data hog. But I really was disappointed whenever I got super mega speed and the game still lagged. I was so just like, what the hell? And you do have to excuse me, because you do, well, for those of y'all that may not know it, you know, I do suffer from stage 3 COPD, so you have to excuse my voice sometimes. What the hell am I doing now? I'm talking and not watching what I'm doing. Her squire is dismissed, by the way, so she doesn't really need it. And another problem I always seem to have is I'm not a very big person, and I have a small head, and no matter what kind of headphones I use, they're always way too big. So they kind of want to fall off my head. Oh, a level 15 and a level 7. Wow.
This looks like just the thing. Wait, what's this?
Bring the map to... Oh, it's the Matham house. Okay. And if you're going to watch on YouTube, it's actually a good idea to watch it in full screen mode, because you miss a lot, you know. It's bad enough that, you know, YouTube screws up the video quality, but they have to do that. They couldn't possibly show it as you upload it. Because that's just too much. So, you know, they have to scrunch it down. They make it into a Flash format. And Flash really takes a lot from the video. Makes it blurry, makes it fuzzy. But I understand it, because Flash is the best way to save space, basically. I use a lot of Flash. You know, like if I'm gonna put a home movie or something on my website, I'll use Flash. And then all of my music albums on my website are in Flash format. And it really kind of ticks me off that Google Chrome will not display Flash. So when you go to my website, you have to use something other than Chrome, because Chrome blocks the Flash. So therefore you can't utilize the MP3 player for my albums on my website. Oh, and my website, by the way, is allmsp.com. And that's actually short for All Miss Smarty Pants. And basically it started out for my podcast.
Hello there.
Ah, talk to Bingo on the road that climbs the hill to the Matham house. See, Bingo's decided to take a trip. So all of this running around is going to prepare to take the trip. and his adventures, and you're going to go on the adventure with Bingo Boffin.
I changed my mind.
Yeah, he kind of changed his mind a little bit. Or cold feet, but then, you know, he comes around. So let's meet him back at the little hobbit hole. Stop lagging. You're driving like a drunk driver. Or, not driving, but riding. Yeah, he's trying, actually, the way the story goes is he's making preparations, and he's tying up loose ends before he goes on this adventure. But all the hobbits think he's really crazy.
An adventure will be just the thing, but I will need your help. I need to train for the adventure if I am to have success.
Yeah. But things don't always go the way Bingo plans it. You know, I get so used to just running because normally I would pick up craft items as I quest. And not so much in this game because you can harvest craftables from your mount, but in World of Warcraft you cannot. Okay. See, he gives you these little bingo badges, and you save up the bingo badges, and you can purchase things from this fellow, Bert Bartleby, and he is the bingo badge barterer, but I don't want to purchase what I want just yet. I'll save up some more.
Good day.
I gotta go to Hobbiton. And so while she's on her way again, I'll sip more coffee because it's cold by now. I don't mind it if it's lukewarm, but yeah, when it gets cold. The reason I say it's best to watch this in full screen mode is because you can also, in the lower left-hand corner is the chat window. And sometimes you will be able to read things that the other hobbits are doing or talking if they're talking to one another. And it'll always tell you like it's a townsperson or whatever. And then sometimes you can just see the chat from other people. And some of the things, they get into the weirdest discussions. Don't start with me, little hobbit. Damn it. Stop lagging. When I see it lagging, I compensate, and then I overcompensate by doing this. And that's kind of not right. Plus, I never could figure out. You've got them moving forward, and they will drift. There is no such thing as going straight in this game. Training for the journey.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, pick up fallen apples in the orchard at the apple doors. We're actually almost by the party tree anyway, so let's just go to the party tree first. Oh, come on, quit. Of course, there's no party, I don't think, right now. But when the hobbits have a party, this is where it is, because that's the party tree. Thunder! The second thing that Standing Stone Games did was they added an overly abundance of grass. And that creates a problem when you're trying to find things on the ground and for the hobbits, because in some areas the grass is totally taller than the hobbits. And why they did that, I have no idea, because of course it's not so bad here, but there are areas where you have to find things that are on the ground, and now you can't see them because of the friggin' grass. And I always complain, somebody please mow the grass. They didn't change it so much here because the grass was pretty much already like this. But the further into the game we go, you will see that the grass is just ridiculous. Alright, got my apples. And I always thought the apple trees, let me zoom out. Well, not so much these, for some reason. Always thought the apple trees was really pretty. But for some reason, these don't look very well. But I always thought, I always thought the apple tree was a pretty tree in this game. And they also do have a fishing skill in this game along with the other crafting skills. But it sucks. Big time. They need to revamp the whole fishing animation. The one thing I never could understand
What do you need?
about any of these MMORPGs was there's an abundance of wild game, and it seems like every game has an abundance of wild boars. Yet when it comes to the cooking skill, you don't get to use any of, it's just not part of the cooking. I could understand that. Quit lagging. Of course it's gonna lag really bad with the rain. Takes a lot of data. See, there's just no such thing as going straight. So you're always zigging and zagging. Or at least I am.
How do you do?
Of course you can use a joystick for PC. I just never bothered to buy one, but you can buy, you know, and use the joystick instead of the keyboard and mouse. But there used to be a game, and I don't remember which one it was. You could actually set it to, you know, if you was going any length of distance, you could set it on auto run, and they would just automatically go. And then you could disengage the auto run or auto walk, however you wanted to do it. But I don't remember. That's been years ago. Oop, I'm running over my cord with my wheelchair. Wonderful. And my headphone's about to fall off too. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess this morning. I normally do not do commentary because of the background noise. When I moved out here on the lake and the boondocks, I no longer have a soundproof room. And that's a big reason why I have not done a podcast or anything, because when you do a podcast, it never fails. The dogs are gonna yep, 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 yep. So I'm way behind on doing a podcast. I'm in the middle of a giant brain fart anyway, so I don't really have anything to talk about. I hate that whistle. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. There's a few other things that I like to bitch about too. You know, I'm a firm believer, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And in my opinion, of course, they may have had, there may have been a reason why. But I thought everything was perfect the way it was. You know, that when they summoned their mounts and other things. You know, and that grass really pisses me off. I swear.
The gaffer gave you some supplies. How thoughtful. Oh, wait. Apples?
See, he wasn't expecting apples. But, okay, he's, you know. Now, this is called the Bird and Baby Inn. Some of the names of the little taverns are cute.
Bingo Boffin? A going away present? What is going on?
A lot of running around because you got to go do something and you got to go back and talk to him, and then he'll have you go do something else, and then you got to come back and talk to him, and it's kind of like, oh please. But that's kind of the nature of every quest in the Shire, really. You know, the hobbits are just silly.
Nothing to be done. If Esmeralda knows, the whole Shire will know.
Yep. See, they are already gonna know that he's planning a trip, and they all think it's ridiculous. Now another long trip. See, he's right now he's just in preparation. I hate that whistle. It is ridiculous. Lag. Big time. I was really hoping I could do this quest start to finish. And on weekends, oh, it's really bad.
How do you do?
Uh-oh. There's a stable I haven't marked with her. Of course, you know, she's level 120. You know, unless she's crafting, there's a big craft hall here, and it's the best. Well, fiddle. Okay. Yeah, they've got a pretty good, well, I don't remember if the superior craft stations are here. Now, I know they are in Estelden. Anyway, you know, everybody comes here to craft. Well, they don't have to, because Bree has a crafting hall. But everybody normally comes here. You know, and I assigned her professions, but I've never actually, what you'd say, did anything with them. Because eventually, this is the glory about their store, you can actually purchase cheats to just max level their craft. It's expensive, but you can do it. So, you know, if you want to hurry and max level, you can. Normally, you know, I just, when I get bored of just questing, I'll just spend a few days just doing nothing but crafting. So, you know, either way, it works out. I don't even remember what she is. Oh, a cook, a farmer, and a tailor. Cooking and farming kind of goes hand in hand, really, because, you know, you go grow the stuff, and then all the stuff you grow, you cook with it. So, you know, that kind of leveling goes up hand in hand. And basically, I don't really even have to go to a crafting hall. I have 9 characters on this server, and 3 of them own houses. And in those houses, I have all the craft items. You know, I have a scholar's table, and you know, woodworking table, and I have patches of dirt where they can grow, you know, do their farming thing. So I can always go to one of my houses. Well, actually, I put most of the stuff in the main big house. And then she has a small house. And then one of my other characters has a small house. But my rogue, Chickadee, she has the big house. And actually, you know, we have a guild. But I never did buy a guild house. You know, you can buy a house. It's a huge house for your guild. The harder it rains, the more you lag. Oh, I know what I want to do. I'll change hands with the direction. Ugh, my coffee is totally cold. Seriously cold. Come on now. Stay on the damn road. Yep, there's a stable. See, now, if I'd have marked that stable, I could have just cheated and used the stable master's horse instead of me having to use my own horse. But since I'm here, I will mark this table.
What do you need?
That was odd. That's a breeze song, and that should have never been inserted there. That must be a little bug or some screw up. Because that tune belongs to Bree, or should. Yeah, who knows? Oh, the mushrooms. See, he's up there on the ledge. Crap. Get up there. Don't fall down now, crap. There you go.
This was a bad idea.
See, he's practicing. And he's, what is it? Kind of, training. He's training, so. Not the most gorgeous view, not yet, but thunder. This tavern's called the Golden Perch. And look at him sitting there drinking his ass off. Well, actually, he's not, but...
What a way to build up these arm muscles, lifting a mug of ale to my lips. There is nothing for it. I must learn to swim.
Oh, now this is going to be hilarious. All right.
I am as ready as I will ever be.
Yeah, okay, let's travel. It's going to be like a little instance.
Bingo has decided to master one final skill for his journey. He will learn to swim.
See, now if you're not in the full screen mode, you're not able to see the text over their heads. Or at least I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to watch it once it's uploaded. But we're already at the, we're almost 45 minutes. And we really haven't accomplished anything. Not really. But after this, I think what I'll do is cut it off and then restart. You know, the next. Because I actually will not upload this until Yeah, he just can't seem to work up the courage. Oh my gosh. Alright, Bingo, come on now. Find a place to get in the water. No. No. He just can't make up his mind. Oh yeah, that might do it. I'll watch you swim, my adventuring friend. Ah. So now she has to swim across the Brandywine River. I think that's what this is called. Yeah. The Brandywine. Well, actually, the bridge is Brandywine. Alright, now she can turn around. That I mean? Now here she is swimming. She doesn't get wet. Crap, I can't see where I'm going. Oh, okay. He's swimming! He's swimming! Yeah, that was... I was actually in the way so you couldn't see him. Alright, let's travel. Go back to the tavern. Get off that chair.
I think that went fairly well, but let's avoid rivers anyway.
This game has more titles.
Let us return to my hobbit hole in Mickle Delving.
And more deeds. I mean, everything in this game has a deed. And you do certain things and you complete these deeds and you get another title and titles and yeah, it's crazy. But I don't use a title. See, his title right now is Bingo Boffin Drinking Buddy. Now I gotta go all the way back to Michael Delving. Only this time, I'll take the stable so I can drink my cold ass coffee. Because I'm too far away from the kitchen. And I'm tethered.
Hello.
I'm tethered to this until I actually I could keep recording, but with this slow ass internet, it takes forever to upload. And in the MP4 format, it's just like 30 minutes is already 2 gigabytes. And, you know, it just keeps going up from there. If it recorded in AVI, actually it would be less. But the MP4 is a lot. And then by the time YouTube gets through butchering the hell out of it and changing it to Flash, of course, if you download it, you can actually download it again in another format, but then the quality is ruined. Once it's converted to Flash, it's gone. I don't care, you know, don't download your videos a year or so later and expect them to be the same as when you uploaded it, because it's not. Once it's flashed, it's done. Of course, now I'm gonna keep, once I stop part 1, I'm going to keep playing and recording, but I need to, you know, break it up. It's already at 51 minutes and 15 seconds, so by the time I get back to Michael delving, in, you know, it'll be time, it's past time to stop it, but normally what I like to do is go ahead and,
Good day.
is start the upload at bedtime. The only thing about that is that, where in the hell are you going? Oh, that must have been lag. I was going to say, what the hell? It takes so much of this slow-ass internet that my smart TV doesn't want to work, and I like to watch my smart TV until I fall asleep, like Netflix or something. But when I'm uploading, my smart TV does not want to connect. And I seriously thought about maybe going to like satellite, but I'm not sure that's a good idea either, because this is all heavily wooded, and I'm just not sure it would be the right thing to do. I could probably get faster speed if I used my phone as a hotspot. The only thing about it is I only have 15 megabytes of hotspot, so that doesn't work either. There is a cell service which is actually part of Verizon. It's a prepaid called Visual Cellular. They claim that they have unlimited hotspot with no tethering back, but that remains to be seen. You know, I think T-Mobile has the same thing, you know, unlimited blah blah blah, but after you use so many megabytes, they tether the speed back. But you know, this Visual claims they do not. And it's just another prepaid service, and they use the Verizon towers. And I seriously thought about that. And then get one of those pocket routers, because that was the one, I think, what it was, which you could only connect one device to this service, the hotspot on the Visual. But there's a work around that. You got one of those pocket routers, you connect the pocket router. Okay, that's your one device. But then you can put as much as 15 devices off of that router. So that's a workaround. Unless they've already caught on to it. They may have already caught on to that, but yeah, you could use one of the portable routers and hook that, and that's your one device, and then hook all of your other things to the router. But I'm sure that, you know, Verizon's pretty smart. They may have already figured that out. Okay, before we check it, well, let's go ahead and check in, crap. His house is so dark. I never could figure out why it was always so dark.
I hope you will pardon the mess. I have had so few visitors lately.
Yeah, Bingo, your house is a mess. Oh, not this room. God, it's been so long I don't even remember the quest. Some of my characters have finished it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here because I've got to return several items in his house. So you can watch that on the next part 2. So for now, just, take care of yourself, and I'm going to keep recording, but I'm going to stop part 1 right now. Y'all have a nice day.